So what do you seek in making music? Is it self-fulfillment for yourself? Is it for those you love, for people like your fans, a new sound that you're trying to bring?
Yeah, at first I thought, I came into it kind of idealistic, thinking like I did it for the people and wanted to make other people happy, and like that's cool and everything, and
Mm-hmm.
that's still like a facet of it. But at the same time, like I think it's 99% for myself. Like it's this unattainable thing. Like I could write something I think is like amazing, but it's like almost like some type of addiction. It's like never enough.
Yeah.
I keep wanting to like push it, keep wanting to explore.
Yeah, I love that. It's cool. And another question Drana had was, what are you trying to bring? Like, what do you find is the difference in your music than kind of what's out there right now? Are you trying to make a difference within the music industry? I know it's kind of a very fabricated place right now, and I
Mhm.
appreciate the artists that kind of push the boundaries. So for you, is there anything different that you're trying to bring to the plate? Or do you find yourself kind of just when you make music, it kind of falls together and you don't really worry about that kind of stuff?
No, I'm very conscious of it. I don't think I'm necessarily trying to do something big in the sense of like trying to change anything, anything that's bigger than myself at least. I think I realize that like I only have the power to change like people's opinion of what they think about my music, or to change my own opinion of that. But I don't think I'm trying to do anything bigger than just trying to like be a great artist at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and delivering great music to people, yeah.
Yeah.
So one of the projects that I love that you did was the Nowness episode.
Mhm.
So you had recently done work for them for an episode that involved the Lechner House in Los Angeles.
Mhm.
What was the creative process behind that score? Emotionally, was there a message that you were trying to convey?
Yeah, so Emily Oberg, the director, reached out to me, and she was just saying like, "Hey, I have this commission for Nowness. I wanted to get you involved in it, have you do some music for it." And she kind of sent me a couple examples, and they were like very piano heavy. And then she didn't kind of give me any direction. She just kind of gave me like as much freedom as I needed. And she was just saying, just try to incorporate piano somehow. And for me, like, even if someone gives me like a really simple task, I don't know what it is, but like I want to make it difficult. Like I want to find any little reason to challenge myself.
Yeah, absolutely.
And she was just like, yeah, it doesn't have to be very long. It doesn't have to be this or that. But I was just like, I kind of want to challenge myself. So I was like, okay, I'll follow her first parameter. I'll add piano,
Mm-hmm.
and then nothing was really like doing much for me. So then I went to Danny, education. I went to his
Yeah.
house, and then we started work on the song. And we got it done like within 2 hours. And he was like playing synth, and I mean, the whole mood of it was just trying to make something kind of ominous, but have like some type of luxurious feel.
Yeah. 100%. I noticed that even listening to it, because I'd seen the episode. And a big reason that I had asked that question is because, for someone myself who grew up listening to kind of very instrumental heavy and
Mm-hmm.
like music scores and stuff, I always find that, sounds impact you so emotionally. Um, and so watching that, it was more of like, even though there was dialogue and there was, visuals that you were seeing, the music still impacts you so much. And like, there was kind of a sense of comfort watching it. And it was really interesting. And yeah, that was just my question with it. And I remember we had talked to Danny a few weeks ago with Nite, and his whole setup is so crazy, and how he was talking about how he does his work and everything.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah, he's much more like technically savvy than I am. Like
Yeah.
I'm more of the idea guy,
Yeah.
and I'll come to him and I'll be like, okay, I have this idea, and it won't even make any sense. It'll be like the most abstract, ridiculous idea. But
Hmm.
me and him have known each other since like early high school, so we know how to communicate in that way.
Yeah, which is
Um,
awesome. So is that
yes,
how you met? You were like the bandmates is through
yeah,
high school and stuff? Okay.
yeah, exactly, yeah. Well, I mean, I guess like through other high school friends, we didn't go to the same school, but
Hmm.
yeah, we met through mutual friends.
Sweet, sweet. Yeah, he was super cool, and he was talking about his EP and everything, and I thought that was really interesting how he kind of went for such like a dynamic approach. And I see that within your guys' music too. Is I love how you incorporate like synth. It's one of my favorite sounds.
Yeah,
And
me
you can
too.
do so much with it. So it's really interesting.
Yeah.
So kind of getting into that, when I listen to music along with many others, there's quite an imagery or emotional response. For you, when creating music, is that something you seek out for the final product?
Seeking out how it's supposed to look is what you're
Yeah, like
saying?
do you, when you make something, do you
Mm.
want to have people feel an emotional response to it, or really have something that they picture in their head?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I don't want to be like ever too literal about it.
Yeah.
And I don't think I could be at the end of the day. Like, I don't think I'm one of those like songwriters that can in any way like be that direct or that literal. I just haven't been that person thus
Mm-hmm.
far. I think more of the stuff I write is kind of able to be, it's able to fit like many different situations.
Yeah.
But I think, yeah, definitely, like I want people to kind of imagine a bit of what I'm feeling like when I'm writing the songs. I just kind of mainly want to, what's the word? I kind of just mainly just want to like have people feel what I'm feeling when I'm writing the song. I'm more not trying to write anything that's, gonna beat any other past musicians. I'm just really trying to do something that's gonna invoke a feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think I write mainly with feeling. I don't really write more with the intention of like, oh, this has to be better than like this artist. I'm just like trying to write something that's just like, I'm just trying to like communicate a feeling, really.
Yeah, and something you enjoy.
Yeah.
So I guess another question is, do you enjoy doing instrumentals more? Or like, did you start off doing instrumentals and singing kind of came along with that? Did you always know that you could sing? Or was that something that you like started making music and you were like, I'm going to put vocals on this track and see what it sounds like?
Yeah, it's the last one for sure.
Yeah.
I was like, I was always a drummer. And I was in a band like in high school, throughout high school. And, everyone's getting ready to go to college. I'm just like, well, I don't want to go to college. I just like,
Mm-hmm.
I need to figure something out. So I was just like, all right, senior year, I'm gonna learn how to write songs. So I just put that challenge on myself. Like and now that I think about it, it's such like a cocky challenge. Like I'm gonna learn how to write songs within a year. It's like it's a lifetime thing.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's definitely something you develop over time.
Yeah. But I was just like, I'm gonna figure it out as much as I can within a year.
Mm-hmm.
And then at the end of that school year, I ended up starting Parallelephants with my friends. And then from there, I was just like, I mean, I need to have somebody sing on the songs. I mean, I think that's kind of like the good thing about growing up in San Antonio is like there's not a lot of musicians.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like just by the power of the internet, you're gonna like find those people.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was lucky enough to find people that were like-minded and like similar music to me and kind of understood where I was trying to go. So yeah, I think me putting that challenge on myself on my senior year was really, really healthy.